Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday, a weekly series in which you show up and I read at least one of your cards. Sometimes I might pull more, but I read at least one of your cards. How's everybody doing? Say hello in chat and let me know you're here. I know Amanda is here, I believe. I personally messaged her and I was like, hey, I know she's the only one that doesn't really follow my Facebook. So I want to make sure that she knew because I had put in the Facebook. I was like, hey, I wasn't going to do it. Tonight I was not going to do it. I was like, all right, I'm feeling down, guys. I'm not going to do this. And then I got a couple of different pep talks from a couple of different people. And they're like, you love this too much. You got to do this. So they're right. I love this too much. And so I'm going to do this here. Hey, Lori, how are you? How are you doing? How's Dan? How did all his doctor's appointments go? Zerabeth, what's up? Yeah, Amanda. And I was thinking about something, and you literally. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I scared you. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry I scared you. I live for scaring people. What's up, Lydia? How are you, my baby? I have to share something with you guys. I had on Saturday, while I get all my cards ready, I had Saturday decided that we needed to get out of the house for a bit, right? And we don't really get out of the house a whole lot, but we were like, we need to get out of the house. My husband's like, yeah, I want to get out. I am spoiled. Spoiled. I have a certain soap that I use, and I only like this soap. If we can't get to this place, then we call them and ask to have it shipped because I'm so freaking spoiled with her soap. I use goat's milk soap, and there is a shop in Tarpon Springs by the name of Nina's, and I get the soap there, and it's the cutest story. Oh my gosh, guys, it's the cutest story. Her and her husband have been making this soap like almost all their married life. Their kids have been around making soap. She told me one time that her husband actually almost went blind because of making the soap. Um, so I absolutely love it there, and I went and got got some soap. And this one in particular, that's why I'm telling you all this. This one right here, I picked up for my boss's son. The name of this is Monkey Fart. It smells like Fruit Loops, y'all. I can't wait to see his little 6-year-old self look at this because he's gonna die laughing. That's what I'm about right now. Okay. I can't wait. Lori said appointments are today and tomorrow and Thursday. Okay. So hopefully everything goes well today, tomorrow, and Thursday. It's not too late to jump in. How's everybody? Sam, Beth, hey, how are you? Alicia, how are you? I've also got, I missed somebody. I was like, who am I looking for? I see everybody's here. Yeah, we're just started, so everybody's good. Everybody's real good. All right. So I'm going to go with who was here first. Let's see. I have Lori. Zarabeth, are you wanting a reading tonight? Amanda, Lydia, Alicia, Beth, and then Sam. That's where we are. All right. Yes, cool beans. All right. First person, Lori. Y'all, I love y'all. You do make me happy. And everybody that gave me a pep talk and said, hey, go do tarot, they're right. Just seeing you guys little pop up on there, I'm like, oh, okay, there's my happy little community. All right. Lori, the moment I start connecting to your energy, I feel an optimism. It's a cautious optimism. but there's an optimism. There's a lightness that's been missing. Almost like you've slept. Like, did you get some good sleep? That's what it almost feels like. You got some great sleep. Maybe you're going to get some great sleep. Oh, you got the Two of Cups. Oh, I love this card because look at that. I love it. So immediately it makes me think of you and Dan. Like that's an immediate thing. And like she's reaching for his heart. Like she's reaching underneath his rib cage to grab his heart. Like you're consoling him. Um like you are uh, you're consoling him, and at the same time he is trying to refill your cup. He's trying to not console you but give to you in a way that brings you joy and can make you feel full, literally full. um I think that's there's this the word miscommunication is coming into my head with this. And I think there is a miscommunication is like what are you both doing for each other? And some people might not see this the way it is, but you're both filling each other. You're both, you know, you're consoling his heart. You're taking care of his physical being, right? And like I said, he's pouring into your cup. There is a there is a darkness though that comes in behind, and that of course is the just unknowing the what's next. What do we do next? And I think the best thing for you to do next is exactly what you've done all your lives. All your lives together do exactly what this card is saying. What do you do next? You continue to take care of him, and he continues to fill your cup. That's what's next. Oh, it's off to a good start. Oh, God. I love that stuff. Lori, you guys are too cute. You are too cute. Like, I don't know. I know that you have a lot of strength because this is a hard time, right? It's a hard time. But just the relationship is a very interesting and very pure. That's it. That's all I can say. It's just it's nice, you know. Ugh. All right. Next is Zarabeth and then Amanda. Zarabeth, I connect to your energy, and immediately, for whatever reason, I come back to last summer when your son broke his leg. Like that's immediate. Come back to, and I don't know why. I don't know why it was an immediate. Like that was the first image in my head as I'm connecting to you. Oh, please tell me he didn't get himself hurt again. Please, please, no, right? Oh, so that's we're still dealing with it. Man, that kid. Oh, I pulled the hermit for you. Are you wanting to do like I wanted to do this evening? Hide away from the world? You want to isolate yourself. You want to mull things over. You want to think about it. I think we're all, a lot of us are there right now. I think a lot of us are there right now. But for you in particular, when you do this, this allows you to get clarification when you hermit. Um, So this is almost like a okay. This is giving you permission. This is giving you permission to do what you do best, and that is go off to the side, formulate a plan, and then put that into action. But without going off to the side, you're unable to make that plan. So the card is encouraging you to hermit right now. There is also a centipede that I see in there. And I'm not sure. Centipede, for whatever reason, in my head is linked to like work. It's a weird thing. I've always see centipede in all the legs as just being overworked because I hate running. Um, but I also think that this hermiting might help you rest from that overwork that you feel. Yeah, constant motion. Yeah, exactly. It's a constant motion. So I think this hermiting not only will allow you to formulate what you need to do, because there's a lot of questions. And if you didn't have a lot of questions, then I'd wonder if you're living in the same world we're living in, because everybody has a bunch of questions right now. And I think we all could take a notion from this card, and we all need to kind of hide away and come up with something, that works. So, yeah, hermit away. You also need the rest. Ah, yeah. Centipede also would say hands are in too many pots. I can see that. I can see that. Absolutely. Amanda, it's your turn. Amanda, I scared her to death. That's fine. It's okay. She lived. You see this? This right here. I got made fun of this most of my life. And this is directly because of my grandmother. This this whole pinky out thing. Okay? I cannot drink without having the pinky out because my grandmother wanted me to go to etiquette school. She so badly wanted to have the money to make me go to etiquette school. More than that, she definitely wanted me to be a Southern Belle. That was my grandmother, right? Um, she would take me to restaurants, and if I didn't drink with my pinky out, she would pull the pinky. She would be like, "No, no, no, pinky out." That was how you showed that you had class in a restaurant. This has gotten so if anybody says anything about this, I know. Habit. Exactly, little tea parties. She wanted me to do all that kind of crap. That's funny because myself and Jared are doing high tea for your birthday. Okay, pinky out. You just gotta do that. Oh my goodness, Beth, our grandmas are just something else, man. See, if you notice when I shuffle, the same thing happens. My pinky's out when I shuffle most of the time. This pinky, it does nothing. It does nothing. It just gets to look at me, I'm pretty. Oh, Amanda, high tea sounds fun. It sounds kind of Mad Hatterish, which that'd be cool too. Okay, Amanda, for whatever reason, I immediately thought of your bathing suit. Are you guys going swimming? Maybe this has to do with you possibly wanting to go swim. Interesting. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. She's got her heart out in her hand, right? She's got her heart in her hand. It's a very interesting card for me because the first things I notice are the purple. Very first thing I notice is purple on this card, and then I notice the blue. However, this doesn't feel like a full reading for you. This feels like this is one of two cards that I need to grab in order for you to have the message. So I am going to be grabbing your second card because I want to know who this is. Why is this a thing? We're back to family. You got the Nine of Wands, and it's a group. It's a group. But this time around, I think what we're seeing, this right here is you, but it's not the spiritual realm you. If that makes sense. This is your higher self. And I know that's normally, the priestess, but for this meaning right now, this is for your higher self. This is you constantly giving out your heart. Constantly giving out your heart, right? And the situation you have yourself in right now is because of this. Because your heart is too big. And that sucks when people say that, because that's one of the best parts of us. I say us because people say that to me. My heart's too big. I have too big of a heart. I'm too sensitive. That's a good part of me. I'm kind, right? And unfortunately, sometimes this kindness gets taken as weakness. And I think that's where this comes into play. I think your physical self is now understanding that people see it as a weakness, and you know which people. You see them. You know who they are. You know who thinks you're weak. And you've been wondering, beyond family, who else is allowed to have your energy? Who else is allowed to have your heart? Because right now you've done a massive amounts of shadow work to get to this point to be able to say, I get to choose who has access to this energy, right? That realization also comes with guilt, because now you feel like all the people that you didn't like when you were younger, right? Like, oh, now I'm the snob. No, you have boundaries. And we thought the people that were snobs were snobs. Some of them were snobs. Some of them weren't. Some of them had boundaries that were very firm, and we didn't understand boundaries. You understand boundaries. If somebody calls you a name because you have a boundary, this card wants you to remember, look at where it's coming from. Look at the mass of people that it's coming from, and know that it is not you, it is them. But you've got the heart in your hand right now, and you can give it to whoever you want. All right? Yes. And just because this is something that as I started picking up these cards, this message came real fast. I'm supposed to tell you this because either this has happened today or this is happening tomorrow. Somebody has come at you. As the high school kids that I used to teach, they say they came at me sideways, right? They came at you sideways. They came at you in a very negative tone. They came across very aggressive for no reason whatsoever. And you're almost wanting to engage in battle with them just because somebody brings you their energy does not mean you have to match it. Doesn't mean you have to match it. Somebody can come scream dead on in your face. Does not mean you have to match it. You can choose to walk away. Just remember that. Choose to walk away. Right, Amanda? Right? Yes. Hey, Christine, how are you? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was feeling very off earlier. I allowed somebody to interfere with my energy. And I'm still working on that right now, as you can tell, because I'm like, don't cry, don't cry. I allowed somebody to interfere with my energy and throw me off and allow me to say really negative things. So that's why I was like, I'm not coming on tonight. And then I got pep talks on, you know you love this. Don't let somebody take your love away. You're right. And I got reminded about how awesome you all are and how much I love it when you guys are here. So, are you on the list today, Alicia? Yes, you are. We have the next is Lydia, and then Alicia, and then Beth, and then Sam. Yeah, then Sam. Da, 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 da. And I think I know I saw somebody else come in. Payal, how are you? Yes, and then I believe it's Payal. All right. Right now, though, it is Lydia's turn. Lydia. Beth, I need you guys just as much. That is for dang sure. That is for dang sure. Lydia, I'm not entirely understanding why. I think I know why. I think I know why this is coming across this way. I'm not 100% that this is. I'm having self-doubt. I'm going to say this. I'm having self-doubt about the card I just saw. I'm not looking at the card for what it is, but what it literally looks like. And this is the card right here. So before I pick another card, I want you to tell me yes or no. Yes or no. Are you thinking of doing the same thing that Sam has done? I don't know if Lydia is still on. This right here is making me wonder. Like, I normally don't pay attention to cards as I'm shuffling through, but this image stuck out, and that's why I'm trying to figure out whether or not this is something you're thinking about. What's the deal with the shears? Okay, so you've considered it. I don't know why then that's there. All right, let's look. Are you looking for a direction? As I'm trying to pull your cards, I see a compass, and the compass is just like spinning in all directions, like Pirates of the Caribbean when Captain Jack doesn't know what he wants, and it's just like that's what it looks like. I'm seeing a compass that's just spinning. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. This one, I am going to give you what I see as imagery on this. Okay. You've had a period of lightness. You have had a period of lightness, a period in which things haven't been overwhelming. And I know that sounds weird because you were in a very overwhelming period with, the house transition and all that good jazz, right? But there's been kind of a lightness to this. This card is signifying that there are going to be some very tough decisions to be made ahead of time. Things are going to feel rather heavy and dark. And you might already be feeling this coming in. A part of these storms are things that we do to ourselves, and not understanding our decisions and not believing in our decisions, not trusting our decisions. So some of these clouds you're going to be creating yourself unless you say, this is my decision and I was right. I know that I'm right, because what I'm seeing is decisions made, and because you're unsure, what the image in my head, what it literally is like you're driving in a car, and there's a lot of traffic. You're not sure whether or not it's time for you to get into the other lane, and so you're about to cause an accident. That's what it looks like. So all the decisions that you're making right now, make them and believe in them. Don't waver in them. Once it's done, the decision is done. All right? Believe in yourself. Otherwise, it's going to get very, very dark and troublesome for you. Okay? All right. Next. Lydia's like, I don't like your cards now. You can take your cards away. Your cards don't make any sense. I hate them. I'm sorry, Lydia. No, that was not the reading you were liking. You were like, no, I'm going to get on here. It'll be fine. No. Alicia, it's your turn. All right. Alicia, I see like gray and like a deep, deep, deep brown, like an espresso color brown. Just gray and brown. And then I see something that kind of looks like a flower, but it's a white flower, and the petals, instead of being fluffy, rounded petals, they're like long, thin petals, almost like a spider plant. I don't even know what that would be. Your cards have been just straight up mean to you, Alicia. Well, we're about to find out. I just see the gray and brown. The King of Swords in shadow. The king is all about action, right? And so I will say the King of Swords for me always rings about decision making as well. Like, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the action. Right now, this one is in shadow. There's no action. There's nothing being done. This is in response to a question you had, and immediately I wanted to say earlier today. Earlier today, you were like, I don't know if anything's being done or not, if there's any movement in this thing. And what I hear is this is the answer to that question. You wanted to know if something was being done, and the answer is no. There is no action being taken. Does that make sense? I hope so, because it made none to me. Like, I don't know. Aha! So it does make sense to you. Got it. Got it. Yeah. So you know that you haven't been moving forward because of this, because of afraid to make the decisions. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Yeah. That sucks. That really does. But it's okay. Hopefully, once it gets to an even place, um, then you'll find that it works better for you. Hopefully, right? I had one medication one time. Oh, it was awful. There was no way I could get over it either. Um, we didn't know that I was allergic to it, and I started taking it, and all of a sudden, my hand right here would go into spasms where it would literally pull under, and like my hand would claw up like this, and it was just a spasm that I'd have to pull my hand out of. It was horrid. It was bad. I feel this on a spiritual level, Alicia. I feel it on a spiritual level. I'm going to tell you, I can't remember. You're a little witchy, right, Alicia? You're a little witchy? If not, you can still do this. Take yourself a candle, doesn't matter what color, favorite color, works. All right. Um, as you light the candle, think about all the things that you're passionate with in yourself, the things that you like about yourself. Okay. So as you're lighting this candle, you're going to focus in on that flame. And that flame is all those things that you like about yourself, right? And so you're going to start focusing in and making that flame bigger. You're going to imagine that flame getting bigger. You're going to send all your energy to it and make that flame bigger. And therefore, stoking the fires of all the things you like. So that way, in real life, those attributes come out more often than the attributes that you might not be so fond of. All right? Do that anytime. Like I do I do flame work when I'm having an anxiety attack. I also do like mind walking and rooting when I'm having too much. Rooting helps me a lot. Rooting is where I imagine that my feet become roots and they kind of dig into the ground and go to the other trees and all that kind of stuff. Like my mind just takes the roots wherever I want. And it helps me stop focusing on the thing that made me upset and allows me to meditate and bring in and ground my energy a little bit. So I do that and I do flame work quite a bit. Yeah, I love grounding. So you are though right. You are stuck in inaction. All right, I believe Beth is next. Let me see who's next. I have Alicia, and then Beth, and then Sam, and then I believe Payal is here still. Yes, yes. Okay. So I've got Beth, Sam, and then Payal. All right, Beth. Now, Beth, I know that every time that I have attached my energy to you, I feel like there's a lot of light colors. There's like really like whites and grays, not beiges, but like these blue hues of white. I see that a lot. Um, but it feels like that's what like you're wearing that yourself like a very light color. Because I see the light color and then I see something gold. Um, and the gold is what like hinted the color. I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I see. And then I see there's like shoes. Like a row, not a row, like not a huge row, but there's like a couple of pairs of shoes by a wall near you. All right. Let's find you a card. Thought I already drew it, and then when I turned it over, it wasn't a card. You got the Six of Wands in shadow. Sorry, the Nine of Wands in shadow. So you got the same card. Why'd you get the same card? This is the same card as Amanda's. Yours isn't about family, though. Who's yours about? So I pulled for clarification. I wanted to know why you got this one. Why did you get the Nine of Wands? Because it's very unclear for me. It's not coming up immediate. I got the Fool. The Fool is about a journey, and it's not being a fool or being foolish. It is and it isn't. It's about not knowing something. It's about starting something new based on new information. So you're starting a new journey, if that makes sense. And immediately after that, I pulled the Page of Wands. Wands is an illumination. Wands is what brings us light on a situation. The page is still a novice. The page is still learning things. And the page is also the messenger in this. So I feel like there's some go between. There's some go between. There's a lot of people. Now this makes sense. There's a lot of people giving you their advice, giving you their light. That's what advice is. It's our little bit of information or a little bit of light, right? So you have a lot of people giving you their light. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. You don't know, though, what you should do. You're new to this. You're new. I look at this and I know where this is on this card. This is a graveyard. So why am I getting the image of the graveyard? And the page suggests that you're not completely new. You're a novice. You know what you're doing. What message are you taking? There's a message that you are taking and you are sending out. Night, Amanda. This is a message that you are sending out. They're holding it pretty close to their chest, too. The page is just swinging along on their swing as well. So you're taking your time with this message, or you should be taking your time with this message. Hold it close for a little bit longer. Hold that message a little bit longer. I don't know what the message is. But I definitely see the number 3 between 3 people. The graveyard that I saw in that picture, the message that's coming through for the graveyard is remember this. This is a weird message. I'm going to say that right now. Okay, this is a weird message. But remember this. Every person has someone looking after them that's no longer here. So everybody has somebody working into their favor, their higher self. Okay? The best way to take a message is to understand that higher self. Okay. Yeah, I know I felt your grandma last week, but I am hearing from others that are not yours. It's a reminder that they are there. And I don't know why they want you to remember that, but they want you to remember that they are there too. I'm taking it as to understand the message that you have and to be able to convey that message the way you need to. You need to understand where the people that are involved are coming from. So I think that's why their loved ones are coming in and be like, hey, think outside of them, right? There's others outside of them. So I think that's what that is. You got to be very aware of where their higher self is. All right. Sam! Sam, you still here? Sam's like, man, I've been here forever. Sam. Sam, I was sure that once I saw those scissors, I was like, her and Lydia, they're gonna get a store together. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna cut hair, and she's going to, like, I don't know, have kittens and sell tea. Like, that's what's gonna happen. That would be an awesome shop. You get to cut hair, okay? And then Lydia will make tea and crumpets. I don't know why I said crumpets, but we're gonna go with crumpets. I don't know what a crumpet is, really. I think it's a scone. I don't think so. Anyways. And then you can have, like, little cats running around. That'll work. That'll work. All right. I know that part of you right now has a question for off camera. Okay. So you've got a question for off camera, and we'll talk about that off camera. Okay. But there is a question also for, I hear the word destination. I hear the word destination. And I don't know if this is talking about, like, what next or where next. Because this feels like a where next. And this feels like a big where next. So there's definite movement. Definite movement. Because I pulled the Knight. I pulled the Knight of Cups. All right. the first thing I want to say is, what's the deal with blue? There's some somebody. I was gonna say something, and that was a totally wrong thing. There's somebody that has to do with blue. And you're very much getting ready to walk out the door. And I say that, and I don't mean in a literal mean, but I also don't mean it figuratively. If this makes any sense to you. Like, this is, I'm getting ready to move to the next step, right? And where you are in life, that kind of makes sense. But this, like I said in the beginning, is a big where next. This is cold. This is cold. That's what I feel. I feel cold. Um, I'm definitely seeing a lot of pictures of your boyfriend. I'm not going to say his name because, it's public. But I see a lot of like images of you and him. A lot of images of you and him. So I know that this big thing has to do with him as well. Um, I gotta ask. I just gotta ask. Yeah. You're gonna make the right decision. The decision you ultimately make, yeah, it's the right decision. It's gonna bring you joy. It's gonna bring you peace. This is the decision you need to make. So, am I making the right decision on moving forward? Yes. Yes, you are. You guys are thinking about everything. I say you guys again because I believe he's included in this. You guys are doing all the things you need to do in order to make sure that the outcome is good. So are you doing the right thing? Because you're looking back kind of worried. I don't know. Should I do this? Yes. Yes, you should. All right. All right. Hey, Al. How are you? I think I got everybody. Except for Payal. If I didn't get you, please let me know because we know that I am horrible at Q. Uh-huh. Sam nailed it. Knew it. Payal, I am doing okay now. I am doing okay. You guys have definitely lifted my spirits. I enjoy reading for you, and I enjoy just enjoy seeing you guys, in chat because I can't really see you. I was thinking one day would be cool, and I don't know how to do it, but it would be cool to do like a channel Zoom party to where I put out a Zoom link and we can all just kind of interact in a Zoom party and see each other for the first time. I think that would be good. Sam, I knew it wasn't a. It's still sort of a person. Oh, Lori, I am glad you saw me too. All right, Al, let's find out. Do you have a specific question tonight or just a general reading? What would you like? I'm seeing a lot of colors as I'm trying to attach to your energy. There's a lot of like red and gold and just like these really deep colors. But there's a lot of colors. All right. Hold on one moment. I have a knock at the door. I'm on live. Okay. All right. Hey, Al, you're definitely my last person because I gotta go. I got justice. I got justice for you. And I feel like this is you. Like you are going to be what delivers justice to this person. You are definitely the person that is going to be delivering this justice. I am going to say this. This is information you don't have yet. This is information you're not even aware of. But within the next few days, I'm going to say 2 days, within the next 2 days, you're going to get information and it's going to make you livid. When you find out, since you are the person that's going to deal the justice, right? Be very, very quiet at first. Very quiet at first. Take in what has happened. Take in all of what has happened. And then decide where you go next. But do it from a place of complete calmness first. Okay, pal? Next couple of days is going to be a little rough for you. Sorry. I am really sorry. But I think you've known this. I think you've felt something coming and you've been right. Okay? All right. Let's pull our general card for the evening. And that is the King of Pentacles. Ooh, we got money movement. We got movement towards abundance this week. Y'all are doing good. We're moving. We're making actions happen. We are getting things done. We are moving towards prosperity. I'm proud of you. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're moving towards prosperity and it will be ours. All right, my lovelies? All right, my lovelies. Be happy, be safe, and know that I love you. All right? And thanks again for making me smile.